Britain is the greatest country of all time. Last I checked, we have created basically everything ever. And of all of these contributions, one of the biggest has to be everything we've done for music. Now when I say that, you're probably thinking of the Beatles or I don't know, maybe KSI? But no, I'm referring to our vast array of amateur rapping talent, all of which can be found on YouTube. And throughout the 2010s, there was a strange trend of these interesting rapping figures gaining quite a lot of traction. So I'm going to walk down memory lane by looking through the best of them, and afterwards, using everything I've learned from these musical savants, I'm going to make my own rap song, and I'll get an up-and-coming artist to review it, to see how well I did. So I know I said in the intro I was going to take a look at stuff from the 2010s, but just to give an example, I want to show something from even earlier.
This is the Curzon Mandem C-Mac, yeah, featuring little fucking Kev, yeah.
If you're from the UK, there's a good chance you recognise these two beautiful faces. This video is known as the Curzon Massive, and it was uploaded all the way back in 2006.
Kick it, Kev.
Got on the bus with me day saver, smoked the reefer in the corner, laid low, did a grand theft da.
Unfortunately, Kev only spits 4 lines before his friend C-Mac interrupts him.
In the 05 V6 Clio twin turbo, no hurry roll with our backseats hose, all we go, HSBC, we do them grass, we've got the money cause we know how to rap, yeah that's a fucking other one and we don't fuck about, Levers you mate got shit on us, yeah? Pimping, you know that fucking, tell them Joe how the fuck it is, yeah? Levin Zoom, you can go and fuck that shit, yeah, because we know how to do it. Curzon Massive, you know that. Fuck, peace.
44 seconds, yet it said a lifetime worth of words. Also, this is kind of unrelated to the video, but Lil Kev, he went to prison for battery on a police officer. I did not expect that. Curzon Massive was one of the biggest videos on YouTube in 2006, and that absolutely proved that there was a place on the site for young rapping talent like this. And luckily for us, in the following years we would see far, far more of it. The first time there was really a lot of people making these rapping videos were MCs. If you don't know what MC means, as far as I can tell, it's just another way of saying rapper in Britain. The reason I refer to it as this is because all of these people were called MC something. MC Finchy, MC Smalley, MC Mental, and so on. But I think there is one difference between this and regular rapping, and I'll play an example to show you what I mean. So I think the major difference is that a rapper is actually intelligible most of the time, whereas with an MC, this could be in fucking Morse code for all I know. And just in case you think this is because of the bad audio quality, let's take a look at another MC video. This is the most popular one I can find. MC Mental at his best, with 6 million views, and it has all the lyrics transcribed as well. So let's give it a listen. Okay, he's got some bars to be fair. Something you start to notice around this time is that there was a lot of children that tried their hand at making this music. Like Curzon Massive didn't look very old, probably about 16. But here's another example of a popular MC. MC Smalley with 5 million views, who comparatively to these sounds like he's fresh out the womb.
MC Smalley, yeah, that's my name. We're gonna go by the flow, gonna play the game, we're gonna roll the dice. Once, twice, pushing and feeling as you got me.
What an absolute rapping prodigy. It can be too easy to see some kid rapping and point and laugh at it, but to some extent you have to admire this. At this age I definitely could not have written a song, recorded it, and then had the balls to upload it to YouTube. But stay tuned, because at the end of this video, I'll be doing just that. And all of this led up to what is in my opinion the crowning jewel of all MC videos. My personal favourite, MCing in Tesco. It's just absolutely flawless. The sheer confidence of this kid is what makes it for me. But I think he gets a bit scared at the end. It just kind of abruptly finishes, and I think an employee probably came to kick him out the store. Like, this is a face full of fucking terror if I have ever seen one. And that was the last time he was ever seen. The Tesco employee probably shanked him up out of jealousy for his sick MC skills. In a sense, these kids had a real talent. I don't think just anybody could do this. George?
Yeah.
Can you rap for me?
Yeah. My name is Long and I've got a big dong. Did someone do a poem? My name's also Ching Chong.
And to stay on the theme of talented children, let me show you a cult classic.
Yo, held up.
Smithy boy,
Money my squad.
check it, man.
This is Smithy Boy and L-Dot, and if you grew up in England in the 2010s, there's a good chance you've seen them before. This is from a video that was once titled Smithy Boy and the Crew, and was posted around 2013, but for some reason when I searched I couldn't find it on YouTube. Instead I searched it up on Google and found another website with it uploaded. I've never even seen this site before, but in my recommended there was some video about Hitler, so make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Don't get a fuck if I'm on the mic, cause I'm just like Crush Street, go for the straight man, look at the boys just sitting on the garage, that's it man, cause you know what you'll get, pod like the 10-man Steve, you got Twitter but you ain't got notice.
You might be wondering about something here. Smithy Boy's partner in crime, L-Dot, looks about 10 years older than him, so why is this like 20-year-old guy hanging out with prepubescent kids in an alley, making a rap video with them? Oh, and sharing a cigarette with them as well. The answer is, I have no clue, but who really cares when he has bars like these?
Cause you don't get the satisfaction.
Sound up, man, I get my guap. Top of the block, man, I get dropped cause I'm top of the beat. Don't give a fuck if you think you can fuck with me. I come to the ends and I stack that P.
I like that L-Dot claims that he stacks that P. You know, if I had multiple millions laying around, I don't know if I would choose to do this, but good for him. So for the next 2 minutes, Smithy Boy and L-Dot take it in turns to spit some absolute heat. Occasionally the other crew members try to say something, but they don't get very far.
Man, you can't even spit, sweat on blood, don't put me in the tits.
You can tell who the big dogs in this group are. So eventually Smithy Boy spits his final verse and then runs off. I would say he was never seen again, but he actually left behind a decently large discography. Like there's this one where they rap in front of a police car, or this one in his school uniform. At the time, Smithy Boy was a fairly well-known name, maybe for the wrong reasons, but it's still kind of impressive. However, it would be nothing compared to the final person I'm gonna look at, or should I say group of people. In 2016, there was a video gaining a lot of attention called Little T Road Rage. So let's see what this young man had to say that got so many eyes on him.
Yo, yeah, it's like the bifter, I'm gonna rape your little sister.
I mean, I'd appreciate if you didn't, to be honest. For such an innocent looking kid, Lil T seemed very angry in this song. Most of it was just him giving threats out to what I assume were his classmates.
James, think you a gypsy, don't get lippy, you will get drop kick, it'll be easy. Shit scared of Reese Lindsay.
At some points, it becomes really obvious that this is a freestyle, because he just forgets what to say.
Marco, you will get sparkle, your mum's on crack, you look like you're on smack. Yeah.
Now, much like almost every other video we've looked at today, the original upload has been removed. However, it hasn't been deleted out of embarrassment or anything like that, which is kind of surprising to be honest. I mean, you heard what he said. No, this video is still uploaded on Little T's personal channel. However, it was originally posted on a channel called BG Media. BG Media stands for Blackpool Grime Media, and it was a channel that featured up-and-coming artists from the local area. Little T was probably the main person on here. However, there were others. Specifically, Little T would collaborate with someone called Dylan Brewer, where they made a send for another guy on BG Media called Afghan Dan. The thing is, Dylan Brewer was a fully grown man, while Little T was 12. So in the music video, he's smoking weed in this car park, while Little T just has to stand there really sheepishly. It's alright though, because our main man still had some interesting things to say.
When I see you, it's gonna be like a drive-by. Look, wanna clash me, I'll no source nigga. Might have to torture this nigga.
And then soon afterwards, he would go on to make a song with Afghan Dan. I don't know how you go from saying you're gonna torture someone to featuring on a track with them, but okay. And then in the song itself, he's talking about the fucking Syrian war for some reason.
Yo, bro, do you want beef? Man will take out your two front teeth. I am a bomb, I'll whack by, you'll be gone. Syria.
But then in Afghan Dan's part, he starts going into pretty gruesome sexual detail, and you can see the look on Little T's face. He does not look comfortable at all.
Night time in the hotel, get your arse bent over the bed, grab hold of your leg while you're holding your head, moaning and groaning when I'm...
Anyway, around this time, BG Media would start featuring a girl a couple years older than Little T, and her name was Soph Aspin. I guess Little T didn't like her music very much, so he issued this warning at the end of one of his songs.
Sophie, next time I hear your bars, yeah, you're talking about me, I'm gonna send for you.
And then afterwards he made a diss track on Soph Aspin called We Know Who You Are. And then Soph Aspin would reply with her own, and then Little T would reply twice to this reply. One of them featured the Dylan Brewer guy I mentioned earlier, who had this to say about Soph Aspin.
Sophie Aspin got gangbanged in a white van by 5 man, is not no myth. She's a dirty bitch, and her mum was sucking my dick, but her pum-pum stunk of fish. Dirty, dirty ginger bitch.
She was 14 when he said this. If you're wondering why I'm covering this back and forth between two children, then first you gotta know some things. You see, Little T and BG Media had gained a fairly significant following after Road Rage, and this was partially because a lot of commentary channels at the time were talking about them. It was a pretty easy topic considering the insane shit that he was saying, but now that he was in an active massive beef with another person on BG Media, commentary channels realised they could cover this weekly, so many eager eyes were now sat on BG Media. For example, Memulus and Will and E launched their careers by talking about BG Media, and they got really popular off doing it. I didn't see these BG Media videos at the time because I was 9 years old, but I saw them a couple years later, and I think almost everyone I knew in school did as well. This even got so popular at one point that there was a BG Media documentary. So with thousands of new fans, Lil T and Soph Aspin continued their back and forth, making diss tracks to each other every week. Except at one point Lil T stopped to make an anti-bullying video.
Little T. Yeah, stop bullying, yeah? It's really not nice.
I'm gonna rape your little sister.
Throughout this time, a couple new kids from Blackpool had their swing, and more often than not, a miss. But by 2017, BG Media had really run its course. Commentary channels moved on to other topics, while the Blackpool Mafia slowly faded into the background. Their hectic peak had come and gone, but they're still very much remembered to this day. So after covering all these incredibly talented rap artists, I think it's time for me to have my own attempt at making a song. And normally when I do this part at the end of the video where I make my own thing, I get George to review it, but as we've seen, I don't think he really has much authority on music. So I knew for this video I had to call in a special guest. This is my friend John, and he's quite the rapping talent. You may have seen him in some of my videos before, but I knew that in this one, I had to give him his first proper inclusion. John?
Yeah?
I've called you today because I'm going to be making a song for the next video, and I need you to be the man to feature on it.
Yeah, we'll feature on that.
And after I finish my song, I'll get John to watch and review it. So enjoy.
Fagburn Productions.
Yo, yeah, let's slide the bifter with young FB and the grifter, and up top his name's John, but you will be calling him Mister. The wheelchair boy inverter philosophizing like Sterner, and when he hops on the mic, John Isfeld leaves your child like a Bunsen burner. The bars, the Benson and Belly, and the two little brothers on telly. They said use GPT for the lyrics, but I write my own poems like Teddy, and I stuck up the P like L dot, but I don't touch kids like T. Kevin the pen for the Kurzel men, but he never was a top MC. We can go band for band, fuck that, we can go Riz for Riz. Two man in the garden, one in the helmet, that's just like Isfeld biz. We can go nut for nut, fuck that, we can go jizz for jizz. A girl on the maps and he's taking the snaps, yeah, that's just like Isfeld biz. Cool man, the music I'm following. When I stepped out the gaff, they were hollering. Ain't you the guy that made Fortnite movies? And when I said yeah, they stopped following. And I dropped loot late like Spidey, but he cheats on the oats cause he's slimy. George just asked if it's time for his verse, he should hop on the mic cause it might be.
Oh no, it looks my wedding ring. Pick up your phone because it's linging. They say matter, sorority bump. I bang on my chest cause I'm like King Kong. I'm the champion, I'm the Sigma boy. I'm a black woman speaking but I am not soy. What do you know about APT?
Clearly not much if you don't know me.
FB gang with a bang. Big bros, only highs, no lows. The bars are wild like a Diddy party. Fuck the haters, listen to them creators.
Thank you for that, John. We can go band for band, fuck that, we can go Riz for Riz. Two man in the garden, one in the helmet, that's just like Isfeld biz. We can go nut for nut, fuck that, we can go jizz for jizz. A girl on the maps and he's taking the snaps, yeah, that's just like Isfeld biz. What did you think of the song?
Yeah, it was a good song we made. We cooked it. Unlike.
Do you have a favourite part?
My favourite part was my own part.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, thank you very much. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, watch my other videos. John's channel is linked on screen, and thank you and good night.